Good morning and welcome to the Wednesday morning meditations. It is January 2020, and I laugh and say, well, maybe we'll have 2020 vision and see things as they are. And to my surprise, I do feel that after last week, there were 3 days there, 10th, 11th, and 12th, where the astronomy, the astronomical connections of planets was very, very unusual. The conjunction of things, the prophecies, and so many of these fantastical things that we have been hoping for and wanting to come for so long seem to have made this magnificent shift. And of course, in our life, it's all in our head. It's all in our thoughts. So if we say that, it's true, right? And it's like a snowball. More thoughts, more energy, and that forms some new decisions. That forms a new truth. But I do feel this time that it's not just a magical wish, that something has changed in the ethers and the highways of connectivity, that if you do have a thought, that it is sending out a signal and that it is finding its home and its resolution and movement in the real-time real world quicker than ever before. So our thoughts as signals are like an octave higher on testosterone, stronger in their ability to be manifested. So if your thought is, oh, well, I never have money for that. Okay, you're not going to have money for it. Be disappointed, lower your vibration. Or, you know what? I really want that. I'll look around. I'll find it at the right price. Or maybe someone has an old one they can give me. Ta-da-da! Confidence, movement forward. And it's not just in the material plane. It's just like, oh, that person's interesting. I'd like to get to know them. Send that shot out, and that person is hearing you quicker, faster, and responding quicker. So it's not the same old. The third dimension where things were weighed down with a lot of fear and thoughts. If you're sending a thought out now, it is an arrow expressing your desire. So today's meditation is, what's your arrow holding? Admit it. What are you thinking? What potentialities are you moving towards? You would never send your Valentine's arrow to some toxic person that you really didn't want to have as a beloved, right? Why would you send a toxic thought out into a store of, oh, I never want that, only rich people can have it? Okay, you're never going to have that. So our thoughts color everything. They color the little feelers that we send out to other people, even if we're not speaking or launching an arrow of desire. It becomes a pool of resonance that same old, same old. But I want to do this experiment with you this week, that you are going to send out 3 positive arrows of desire every day. And you watch and see if they don't manifest quicker. If your thoughts. So say you send out an arrow of desire in the morning of, I'd like to bring the perfect job in my interest area, in my realm, to me within the next week. Okay? Zoom, send it out. Just send it from your heart out into the world. Now, later on in the day, you'll say, I'm just polishing up and I'm making beautiful that arrow out into the world so that it is a flame of light, so that it has rhinestones on it and people are noticing on the other end. In other words, you're elaborating. It's like you're making a painting in the world. You're making a painting. You're making it so beautiful that the right people will get it. Why? Because the vibration is a real thing. And the people who resonate, who match your desire, will feel it like, oh, gosh, I'm thinking of this person. Oh, Wow, wouldn't there gifts? So it is your rocket of desire rather than waiting or feeling like it's not available that is going to allow you to move on and get what you want. The more that you're happy, the vibration of happiness goes up on the planet, and it makes them happy to receive your desire and to grant it. And then guess what? You have more abundance to grant other people's wishes. This is the new paradigm. Here we are. Okay, so let's take a deep breath through our nose and out through our mouth. We ask and intend to set a sacred space. We place the Huan of balance over our entire body. We forgive ourselves for sending out multitudes of negative arrows and desires most every day of our life. We release the picture of ourselves as non-receivers, as someone who hasn't manifested what they wanted, someone who's chosen wrong. No, 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 no. How would we know how to do this if we hadn't sent all those out? So take a deep breath and just imagine that you still have 1,000,000 arrows on your arrow little thing. You know, like Cupid never runs out of arrows. You are a love manifester pulling back your bow to send something out for its match in the universe. So imagine that you have 1,000,000 weightless, it's not weighing you down, arrows over your shoulder in a sack. The intention of our meditation today is for all of our arrows to align with our highest good, that they are vibrating with love, the best outcome for everyone, all people, places, and things in every moment. So just take a deep breath and say, oh my God, this could be a game changer. Well, I'll tell you why it's a game changer. Previously, we'd put our arrow out and it would fall with a thud. Why? People couldn't hear you. They're in fear. They're vibrating with fear. But now, where we are at in our historically planned evolution as a species, these thoughts of love and goodness and abundance have more power and speed and will reach their destination. That's the excitement. That's the feeling of I can be inspired and it can actually get somewhere. No wonder we've been demoralized. Things have been so thick and so unable to ka-chink. It's like when you're little and you made those little links, but the other links you just couldn't get them to line up, so you couldn't chain it and see its beauty. All those little loops were sitting down, and after a while you felt you're a loop that couldn't get in a chain. Oh, it's time for us to launch those arrows of desire and to link up and collaborate and commune with people that bring us joy, and also to have the courage to let go with other people who don't want to do that. They're not ready to, or maybe they're not even meant to do that. I've got to tell you, 80 to 90% of the planet didn't contract to be able to manifest the way that we are now. They are choosing that sort of change in reality is too painful and it's too confusing. But if you're listening to this, you are vibrating something new, something great, something creative, something wonderful that now has the ability to stick and get somewhere. It may not be co-creating with the ones who've chosen to stay in density, but you will be supporting and assisting those who are now getting on board, who have chosen to go to the higher vibrational place. You know, the meek shall inherit the earth. I think we're there. I think we are creating new infrastructures of positivity. And if you're listening to this, that's who you are. You no longer reference yourself from the toxic pool of what was. Okay, let's continue. So take your attention to your heart. You've forgiven yourself. And you are forming new desire pools based on just one thing. experiencing more truth, beauty, love, and goodness. And the reason all of that desire is there is to share it with others, to come out of isolation and not be alone, and simultaneously mentor and show and model how easy it is to be in this flow of launching these arrows of desire, having them be met, and moving in a new infrastructure that is actually surrounding the planet. Take a deep breath. Congratulate yourself for coming all this way, through all this thickness, and making decisions to keep moving ahead, even though you weren't really sure it was going to happen or when. So today's meditation is to tell you, it's here now. It's here now because you're choosing and you're stepping both feet in. You can't change unless you step both feet in. Decades ago, or maybe a decade ago, my middle child wanted to learn what I do. And I said, well, why don't you go down into the earth circle, and walk in a circle, do this or drummer, and don't stop until you are ready to commit to fully being present to your spiritual path. And then you stand in that middle and you will receive your next direction. So I'm saying the same thing today. We've been circling around antics, and I'm asking you, there's the old paradigm bubble and the new paradigm bubble, to not be in the middle anymore exhausted, but to move your entire self out and to step in with both feet into the new paradigm, which is who you truly are anyway. Be kind of pretending that you're like a regular person. You were a teacher, a way shower, shining light, but you had to actually get in and mix it up with those who are choosing to be fear-based in a low vibration. But now, both feet. And of course, life is going to be different, and there's still going to be some interesting challenges and segues. It's not like we're living on heaven on earth, but we are making the important, committed steps to allowing it to be fully present and fully manifest with no gaps. Okay? So there might be some little gaps. Now, don't say, oh, well, this isn't heaven on earth. It's becoming, because you put both feet in and you're saying it is so, and I'm co-creating with the Creator. Now, how we co-create with the Creator is very simple. It's what we do in the Be the Light meditation every single week. We imagine that we have this figure eight, like an hourglass, and that we are, in fact, usually operating in this part, okay, not letting too much divine light in. And we are simply asking, we ask and intend to open this up and to avail ourselves of all of the essence, all of the vibrational, profound alignment, knowing and truth, guidance, protection, and healing from the divine Creator. We've been modeling everybody else walking around with the tight. But now we're like this. Both feet are in, we're opening it up, and we are humming with, we are vibrating, resounding, and attuned with divine Creator. Now, what can the divine Creator do? Anything. And you're smart and wise enough now, having lived the regular earth realm, to know what doesn't work. What has been taught to us, which has kept us small, petrified, in purgatory. Now, open this light, and we are doing even a greater job in portraying the potential for spiritualization of a human body, soul speaking, operating in an earth realm. Take a deep breath, and if all this resonates with you, repeat after me. I ask and intend to release the old tethering, the old perceptual field, in the fear-based reality of Earth. I am now choosing a new experience of being aligned with the vibration of Source. I allow Source to drench my emotional, my spiritual, and my mental fields. I align my 0 points to Source now. Take a deep breath. It kind of makes you come to an absolute still point. Anchor this into your body. To go all the way down to the bottom of your feet into the earth. So as this new pulse, this new resolution, to be resolute, to be profoundly present in this vibration, take it into your daily living world. That'll be your homework. 3 hours a day. Keep a little journal so you can track the results and be amazed and stupefied of the awaited change that is now here. I say this with great excitement and joy, and let this be the dominant frequency. So I now close our meditation by saying, maybe we don't need the golden resilient bubble around today because we are whole, we are emanating out. There's nothing to protect ourselves from. We have both our feet in the new exciting bubble of all good potentialities. So thank you for joining me today. I am Jan Jorgensen at Sound and Light Healing Arts. We do these Wednesday morning meditations at 9 a.m. You can join us or go on the website, and there is a menu there of about 100 previous meditations, all on different topics. So thank you, and we'll see you next week.